Hey everyone, GamerJlee here, and welcome to another one of these topic-driven videos for Halo. And I know you guys like these kind of videos because you like being part of the conversation, being part of the community, and you know, I really have to say thank you guys for that. I love doing these videos, and I love seeing your guys' comments. You know, I've never really gotten a bad comment on one of these videos, and I would love to keep that streak alive of us, you know, having these conversational pieces without, you know, having arguments and, you know, being basically rude to one another. It's okay to actually have an argument and say, well, this is why I feel that you're wrong here. That's perfectly fine. But if you're like, well, you're a bitch and you're an idiot and all this shit, then, you know, that's just not the way that it should be. And you can have a discussion without doing that kind of shit. Come on now, we're better than that. But today I wanted to talk about free-for-all and lone wolves, why it is important to individual player skill. And the thing for me is that I've been playing Halo online since 2007 when I finally got Xbox Live with Halo 3. And what happened is that I had gotten all the map packs and everything, and I was waiting for my friend Ty to get online. I said, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just go play some free-for-all. Go play some free-for-all and get warmed up and stuff." I'm like, okay. And the thing was, I was probably the best player at the time out of me and all my friends. And what happened is I played a few matches, and my friend got online, and he looked at my rank, and I was level 32. And he's like, "How the hell did you get there?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe I'm good, you know?" He was only level 10. And he was just in shock. So what happened is, you know, I had been basically one of those players that sometimes talks to themselves while they're playing. They kind of do like a self-commentary of what they should do next or what's going to happen. And I would be like on Snowbound, let's say that I got done with the battle, I'm hiding, I'm waiting for my shields to recharge down in the little area where the overshield spawns. I'm basically holding out and I'm like thinking, okay, this guy's gonna probably come here, so I need to do this. And you have to have that kind of individual, you know, thought process of what do I need to do to beat this guy? What armor is he wearing where I need to find him and make sure he doesn't get any more kills? You're basically trying to prevent your opponents from getting those kills, and you need to stop them. You don't need to stop, you know, focus on stealing their kills. You need to focus on killing them. And that's what my thought process was. And if you're able to compete against 6 to 8 other players in a free-for-all match and basically strive and basically get to the top, I'm not going to be worrying about you on my team being an effect, or, you know, causing our team to have a problem where we start losing, because you're able to take care of yourself as an individual player. That's why I feel free-for-all is kind of an important thing, as basically a way for, if you're not queued up with someone, you should probably be playing FFA, because you need to continue to work on your individual skill and learn to manage basically being able to compete against others and not being a deficit, I believe the term is, to your team and to your team's goal of winning, because you need to be able to handle yourself. You need to not worry about relying on your teammates to help you. You need to be able to handle yourself. And that's why FFA is kind of an important thing to me, because then you get that actual skill you need to be able to handle those one-on-one confrontations, or even handle multiple people attacking you at once. What do you need to do to counter it? Let's say that one player is coming at you, you're fighting him, oh, there's another guy, but he is shooting at you, so you use your booster, which I hate boosters in Halo 5, I'm not gonna lie, I hate all those Spartan abilities. You move, you get their shots to accidentally shoot each other almost maybe, and then you clean up the kills and move on. You need to be able to handle those 2v1 or 1v1 situations without having to worry about your teammates coming to help you. And I've seen enough players individually take care of themselves. I've been currently watching a player on YouTube, and I'm going to bring up his name. He's actually a very good, I think it's Proximity, who is a pro player, and I'm going to just double check, but he can handle himself really well in an individual battle. He can handle himself without relying on his other teammates to basically handle these 1v1 or multiple fights. And that's the thing that, like, I need to work on. Yeah, it's Proximity, that's his name. and he's a really good channel. I'm not gonna lie, he is a great pro player. He's part of a team called Vital Esports, and he is pretty awesome. But that's what a lot of players do not seem to realize, is that they can't just go on a team and rely on everyone to get all the kills. They need to be a positive part of that team and try and be able to handle their own battles. Now, I'm going to just bring this up. CSGO. I'm not the best CSGO player, and you know, that's a team game. That's not just an individual game where there's individual game modes. But what you can do when it comes to that game is you can go into modes like the whole, you know, just like, I don't think it's free for all, but it's the, you know, social, or, you know, just free run mode where you can just kill and run around, respawn quickly. And you can practice those individual killing moments, those one-on-one battles, unless another opponent from the same team comes after you. And basically that raises your individual skill, and you can also do that in the main game. And you're probably saying, well, yeah, you could also do that in the main game of Halo, but when you have an option of going in to a multiplayer game with people you don't know and you don't have any experience working with, where you have a team of 4 and you know these other people and you know how to play with them, isn't it better to work on your individual skill when you can't be playing with them? You can work on your individual skill as a player to basically raise your aim, your actual accuracy, and how you deal with certain situations on certain maps. I think this really works for individual players so they can be ready when they get those team situations. Now, is it wrong to go into a team match when you don't have all your friends and stuff? No. You know, that's the way to be social. You can go into those kind of maps, but don't expect them to be communicating or even be as, you know, influential as your teammates that you know, that you have these experiences with, who you've spent all this time working with to basically get better at the game. So basically, you're going to have to be the individual player in that game, proving that you're going to be top of your team and be a positive point towards your team. There's been so many times I've gone into a team match by myself, and there's always the guy who is not that individual player, who is not able to take care of himself and ends up getting wrecked the entire game. He has a KD spread of 8 and 24 and causes us to lose the match. There's been so many times that I've had that basically I'm starting to work on my FFA. Now, am I a great player at Halo 5 FFA? Hell no. I am terrible at the moment because I stayed away from that for so long because I've never been a fan. But here's the thing. You still need to work on that. You still need to work on that skill of being a great independent player. And what I really wish they would do with Halo 5 or even the Master Chief Collection is add a free-for-all playlist that's social. Now, you're probably like, well, wait. How can you be competitive social? It's not really being competitive. It's practice. It's basically how me and my team usually practice before we go into an actual match. We usually jump into Social Slayer or some sort of social playlist or something like that, and we start doing callouts. We start working on, this is our plan for this map. How are we going to do map control? Well, we need to control these points, and we need to, you know, try and, you know, work on this. And that's why social playlists are also a very important thing, whether it's individual or team, you know, progress, is being able to warm up. Usually what I used to do back in Halo 3 when they had, you know, the whole social playlist is, usually I'd be warming up in free-for-all or Rumble Pit, as they used to call it, in Halo 3's playlist. I would warm up in those, and then when I got with my team, we would get the whole team together. We would go and play 5 matches of Social Slayer. We'd warm up, get ready, then we jump right immediately into rank and be ready for our matches. Now, that's the key thing, is that you need to warm up before you go into a competitive game. And if you're looking to go competitive, that's what you need to do. That's my tip to you. Now, everyone out there, I know you're going to be down in the comments making suggestions, and you know, you can argue with my video about individual player skill. I could be wrong. I know that I'm not very organized on this and that not all my points are making perfect sense, and I'm sorry. I just wanted to start this conversation because I think it's a kind of a key point when it comes to competitive players and being individually able to take care of themselves or be able to help their team in objective or Slayer based, you know, matches. And if you guys have suggestions of how you can raise that individual player skill, please let me know down in the comments below. I always love hearing your guys' opinions, and I always love seeing, what you, the player, has to say. If you're a competitive player, hey, that's awesome. If you're just a casual, have fun kind of guy, hey, that's also, a thing. This video kind of like appeals to players that are trying to focus on competitive, getting ranked, and progressing throughout the ranking system. And it might even appeal to the casual player that's just doing it for fun, but they want to win. They're doing it for fun, but they want to win, where the other guys are like, we're doing it for fun, we want to win, and we want to be the best in the goddamn world. So it kind of appeals on both ends of the spectrum, and it can kind of work for everyone. But if you want to be a more competitive player, I recommend checking out my tips, what I just said, or even go to Proximity's channel. He's a really great guy. I recommend him. He's a great person to go around for tips. There's a lot of great Halo YouTubers that go and post tip videos and give their opinions. But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know down in the comments below. But as always, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Let me know that you guys enjoyed my little free-for-all little conversation. Just so you guys know, later this week, we're going to be having a podcast go up, hopefully on Wednesday. That's what we're hoping for. There's going to be a few other Halo individuals. I'm not allowed to say until I'm for sure that they are coming to the podcast, but we are going to start either a Halo podcast or just an overall gaming podcast. I'm not exactly sure which, but this is going to be a great episode. I think it's going to be great to have the Halo community together and have a discussion about things going on in the Halo community, especially if I can get other people from the Halo community to jump on and join us. Now, another thing that is going to be coming up, and I want to mention this to you all, is we're going to have an individual video talking about the future of the Halo Spartan company and how we're going to try and start getting people in there and getting people active. That's what's important to us, getting people active. So please let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. If you disliked it, go ahead and dislike it. And as always, guys, GamerJlee signing out.